Microphone, design your life, motivational script rewrite. Life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you design. And every great design starts with one question. What does the end look like? See, most people start at the wrong place. They focus on what they have, what they lack, or what someone else told them they should chase. So they end up living by reaction, not intention. They go where the wind blows. They climb ladders for years, only to find the ladder leaning against the wrong wall. But there's another way. A better way. You can begin at the end. You can start by defining what your finish line looks like. Because the finish line shapes the race. If you want to reverse engineer your future, you must first see it. Not vaguely, not someday, see it in detail. Who do you want to become? Not just what do you want to have. Because when you become more, you can do more, and you can have more. So picture it. 10 years from now. Who is that person? How do they think? How do they speak? What kind of peace do they live with? What kind of contribution do they make? Then, once that's clear, add the material vision too. The home, the business, the freedom. Be honest. Be specific. Clarity isn't arrogance, it's accuracy. You can't hit a target you haven't defined. Next, ask. How do you want to live? Not just what you want to earn or own, but how you want your mornings to feel. The energy you bring. The atmosphere of your home. Because this is where design begins. Most people never stop long enough to create that picture. They're too busy surviving today to imagine tomorrow. But imagination is the architect of reality. Once you can see the end, your ideal self, your ideal life, you gain something powerful, direction. And direction creates purpose. When you know your finish line, every decision gets simpler. Does this move me closer, or pull me away? That's how you find focus. Clarity eliminates confusion. When you begin with the end in mind, every day becomes a step in your design. Not a random walk. You stop reacting, and start creating. Because most people don't drift from lack of ability. They drift from lack of vision. They wake up reacting to the world, instead of shaping it. But you can choose differently. You can be the architect of your own life. Draw it first in your mind. Then build it brick by brick. Don't just ask what you'll do tomorrow. Ask who you'll be in 10 years. Because the clearer the vision, the stronger your reason, and the steadier your walk. That's how you reverse engineer your future. You define the end so sharply that it begins to pull you forward. Now, once the picture is clear, you identify its components. Because success isn't luck, and it isn't magic. It's structure. Every dream is made of pieces. Skills, habits, relationships, and resources. Skills, what you can do. Habits, what you consistently do. Relationships, who you do it with. Resources. How you use your time, money, energy, and focus. Each one is a building block. Miss one, and the structure weakens. So build the foundation. Sharpen your skills through practice. Shape your habits through discipline. Surround yourself with people who pull you higher. Manage your resources with purpose. Because success isn't mysterious. It's a formula. And formulas can be learned, repeated, refined. Vague goals create vague results. But when you isolate the components, you gain control. Write it down. List what you must master, what you must practice. Who you must learn from. What you must protect. This isn't daydreaming. This is architecture. And once the parts are clear, you trace the sequence backward. That's the true meaning of reverse engineering. Start with the final picture. Then ask, what must happen right before that? Keep asking until you land on today. Now the dream isn't abstract, it's a sequence. A chain of causes. And if you control the early links, you can predict the later ones. Most people plan forward and guess. But when you plan backward, you remove the guesswork. You see the dominoes, and where they begin. That's how you turn imagination into strategy. That's how dreams become blueprints. But design alone isn't enough. You need alignment. Because too many people dream big on Sunday night. And drift small by Monday morning. Their goals live on paper. But their habits live on autopilot. Every choice either builds or breaks the bridge between now and your vision. So ask yourself, what does my future self expect of me today? Would the person you're becoming approve of your habits, your calendar, your words? Alignment is integrity between who you say you are and what you actually do. You don't wait to become that person. You practice being them now. When today reflects tomorrow, you create momentum. And momentum compounds. Each small act becomes a vote for your future. That's how the dream starts to take shape. Not someday, but day by day. And finally, adjust, refine, and execute. Because no plan survives unchanged. Life moves. Markets shift. People evolve. But flexibility isn't failure, it's mastery. A pilot doesn't abandon the flight when storms hit. They adjust the course. But never lose sight of the destination. That's what successful people do. They adapt the method to preserve the vision. You review, refine, and repeat. Because execution is what turns design into evidence. The world doesn't respond to intentions. It responds to action. So show up. Do the work. Adjust as you go. And when you fail, don't agonize, analyze. Success isn't built on perfection. It's built on correction. When vision, structure, and execution align, life becomes architecture, not accident. You stop waiting. And start building. Because the future doesn't happen by chance. It happens by construction. You design it. You reverse engineer it. And then, you live it. One disciplined day at a time.